Hey, thanks for coming to 1500ESPN.com. I'm Derek Wetmore, and I'm going to go quickly over my 5 thoughts from Wednesday's Twins game. Twins finished off a sweep of the Baltimore Orioles. We'll go through just Wednesday's game for this video. Thought number 1, Brian Dozier hit his 18th home run of the season. Incredible total by the All-Star break for a second baseman. In fact, you look at other second basemen around the league, and nobody really measures up. Stephen Drew has 11 home runs with the Yankees at the time of this recording. Other than that, Dozier has twice as many home runs as the next closest guys. Dustin Pedroia is on that list of second basemen with 9 home runs. I think Colton Wong also has 9, and there's probably one that I'm forgetting. But in any case, having 18 home runs for a second baseman is a remarkable feat. His power, his slugging percentage, his on-base percentage, his base running. Dozier is a seemingly underappreciated player. I'm not necessarily arguing that he's the best second baseman in baseball, although I think he sure played like it the last year and a half or so. Jose Altuve and Jason Kipnis, also very fine second basemen. They'll be the ones going to the All-Star game. Dozier, of course, is up for that final vote. He's one of 5 American League players who has a chance to be voted into the All-Star game. Then, of course, he can also be named as an injury replacement if anybody backs out for any reason. Thought number 2, it was after Dozier's home run. Joe Mauer went yard. He went out to left center field. Joe Mauer's quietly been surging. I don't know if people realize how well he's hit the past 2 weeks or so. I looked up on his Baseball Reference kind of game log, figure out when the last time he was scuffling or whatever you want to call it. He went 0 for 4 on June 20th against the Cubs, and since that time his batting line is incredible. He's hitting .379 with a .422 on-base percentage and a .517 slugging percentage. Those are obviously well above Mauer's career norms, but his overall slash line is below his career norms. I expect to see that continue to rise here a little bit as Mauer heats up. I don't know exactly what it is that's gotten into Mauer, but he's hitting the ball well the other way. Both doubles, hitting it off the wall, hitting some home runs out that way too. And that's kind of a return to his roots for Mauer. Thought number 3, Miguel Sano played in the field for the first time in his major league career. He'd been the DH his previous first 6 games in his Twins career. He played third. Trevor Plouffe played first. Joe Mauer DH'd. Don't expect that to be a regular rotation. I think that'll be an every once in a while kind of thing. Mainly, Miguel Sano is going to be this team's DH. He's here to hit. But I wrote a column for 1500ESPN.com today. You can check that out on the website about Sano's defense, about the rave reviews he's getting from manager Paul Molitor, who's seen him quite a bit in the minor leagues, and also from general manager Terry Ryan, who likewise has seen him plenty. That might surprise some people because he's a bigger guy. I mean, he's 6'4", right around that 260 weight, just a really hulking presence when you see him in the clubhouse. But both Molitor and Ryan praised his agility for his size. He's got a big arm, and he's got good enough hands, they think, to play third base. It'll be interesting to see where the Twins go in the future. For right now, Trevor Plouffe's their third baseman, and Miguel Sano will get a couple of chances every once in a while, I would say. But he had a clean day at third base on Wednesday. You can read about that in my 5 Thoughts column. It's all there. Thought number 4, Glenn Perkins is your new record holder for this kind of quirky stat. He calls it an arbitrary stat. I think it's impressive. 28 consecutive saves. That bests Joe Nathan's former club record. It was 27 before this year, and Perkins is on quite a run. He's a perfect 28 for 28 converting saves, including Wednesday's save. He's been great for the Twins. There's no 2 ways about it. He's going to his 3rd All-Star game, deservedly so. He also tied Eddie Guardado, who's the current bullpen coach, but of course, former Twins closer, everyday Eddie. He tied Guardado for 3rd on the all-time Twins saves list. It's 116 saves for Perkins now. He's got quite a ways to go to catch the other 2 guys on that list, but he says he's excited for passing Guardado because he'll be able to give him a little bit of a hard time about that. Thought number 5, the Twins, after Tuesday night's game, made a roster move, swapped out backup catcher Chris Herman for Eric Fryer. Fryer was in on Wednesday, and he made his presence known. Fryer had a good day at the plate. He also had a 2 RBI double. He drew a walk, and I believe he singled, so I want to say he was 3 for 4. I should double check that before I... I'm sorry, he was on base 3 out of 4 times, but he's 2 for 3 at the plate with the walk. That's a good day for Fryer, and a guy who hasn't ordinarily been known for his offense. This year actually was hitting close to 300 at AAA Rochester before he was recalled. He had to be pulled out of the Pan Am games. He was going to compete for the United States, but duty calls. He was added to the Major League roster, also added to the 40-man roster, and came through in a big way on Wednesday. Fryer and the Twins all say that his first priority is defense. He's a glove-first catcher, always has been. That was the case on Wednesday. He caught a good game, according to Paul Molitor and starting pitcher Tommy Milone. Tommy Milone with 7 good innings. But anytime the backup catcher can add in a little bit of offense, obviously a big boost for the Twins. They weren't really getting that with Chris Herman. Send him back down to Rochester. Hope to get his bat going a little bit, and maybe you see him again sometime this year in the major leagues. But for Wednesday, his debut with the Twins this season after just being added to the 40-man roster, impressive day for Eric Fryer, putting a cap on a good series for the Twins, a series sweep against the Baltimore Orioles. That'll do it for this 5 Thoughts video. I mentioned check out my Miguel Sano glove column on 1500ESPN.com. Phil Mackey also was at the game. He wrote about Brian Dozier's just the incredible first half of the season that he's had, and really 2 full years now that he's been one of the premier second basemen in baseball. Phil Mackey wrote a column about death to batting average, how we tend to rely too much on batting average to evaluate players. Anyways, I got to sign up for this video, heading out from Target Field. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Derek Wetmore. I'll catch you later.